Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back into my channel. My name is Kreepers. I'm here today to talk about everything that's about to come to patch 2.02. There's a lot of new exciting things coming to this patch, like for example a new map, a new siege map actually, a new event, a lot of new skins, like at least 5 new skins, and some even supposedly to be announced on at least mid-February or to the end of February. There's also a new chest, for example, called the Senpai chest, which I'll be mentioning in a couple of seconds as well. And I did do a video about the bug fixes and so on, which should be back on my channel. Just before you go into that video, I'm just going to warn you right now, it's a very big video because I do talk about every single bug fixes that was actually done and will also be done in the hotfix that will be coming before the patch comes live. By the way, if you're seeing this video right now, it could be coming PDS today or tomorrow, depending if I'm putting it day 25 or 26. But even actually 24 or 25, yeah, 24 or 25. But even so, guys, let's talk about the things that are going to be in this new patch. So the first thing you need to know is that the new thing, the biggest thing about this patch is the new siege map called Shattered Desert. This is sort of related to lore. In case you guys don't know, I did do a video about the lore where they posted this little extra thing on the website of Paladins where they talk about the lore of money, where apparently it was Janos actually the summoned money, and they need to know something about the Shattered Star, and some of these shards apparently fell into the map. That is the one that we're going to play. Now this map is actually really beautiful. It apparently represents the desert. There's some sort of, you know, runes, shatters everywhere, like this fire almost, that basically is like little remains of the moon falling in there. And there's also 2 pathways, I believe, or just one, I'm not entirely sure, on the sides of the map that actually are like quicksands where you actually walk slower. And then there's also a part where instead of actually having the invisible walls, it has this fire that if you touch it, you almost insta-die. So you can't really go to the sides. There's also a lot of places to stand on top, but the problem is there has the fire that will damage people. So you can actually try to stand there, but it will actually damage you. So, you know, not the best thing. Now, this map will also be used for the event. There's actually an event where I'm not entirely sure if it's actually just playing the normal map while playing Siege, but I think not. I think there's actually going to be an event mode for this map where there's going to be the portals. They're going to be summoning some effects while playing the game. Like, for example, you can have the anti-gravity, where you're going to be able to jump really high and maintain yourself on the air longer, you know, by using a pip, a mave, or anything like that. Or any other character, but actually you're going to be able to jump higher, a lot higher, because of no gravity. There's also a mode, for example, that is going to allow you to generate charge for your ultimate if you stand on one specific little circle. There's also one for reduced cooldowns and so on. There's multiple extra effects. Now these effects will be basically like cycling throughout the mode, and I'm guessing you're going to be able to win the shards as well inside. Now I can't tell for sure, but it could also be related to the missions only. So you could do the missions, because there's missions, there are the quests, and they're named, for example, the first quest that I see here, it's named Anomaly, and it says play 5 matches of end time. So as I was saying, I think you're going to be able to win the Chrono Shards, which, by the way, I'll be explaining that in just a few seconds. You're going to be able to finish this quest and get those Chrono Shards by playing this mode, which is called the End Times. So it should be something almost like the Siege of Ascension's Peak, where it's a different mode specifically, and it has different effects, and you just basically are going to be killing people for points, I'm guessing, or Onslaught, not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. There's, for example, a second mission, which is Stand Your Ground, where it says earn 900 objective time. So, as I was mentioning, this may be actually an Onslaught. It's going to be an Onslaught map for sure. But beyond the event mode, you're going to be able to play this map as a map of Siege. And I just literally take the payload to the enemy team, okay? The third mission will be deal 1 million damage, and it will give you 10 Chrono Shards. Now, these Chrono Shards, and there's also 9 extra quests which will be unlocked on. 3 of them will be on 27 February, other 3 will be on 13 March, and the last 3 will be on 27 March. Now, these new quests that will be unlocked on these times will allow you to get extra Chrono Shards, and the Chrono Shards are going to be able to unlock you rewards. Now, I'm not entirely sure if you need to buy just one pack at least to get these rewards. According to some people, it is actually, you do not. You just have to play and that's it, and you can get these rewards. There's a lot of rewards on this list, like for example, at 5 Chrono Shards you'll get a rare spray, at 10 you'll get 15,000 gold, 15 you'll get a Shaolin MVP pose, and so on. But the ones that are going to be, you know, popping up a little bit more are going to be, for example, at 20 Chrono Shards there will be a gold chest. There will be another gold chest at 80 Chrono Shards, and then there's also a skin which is called the Omega Makoa at 120 Chrono Shards.
Or unit online, proceeding to remove
that shell's
all
cool.
organic life.
That shell.
Citizens of the realm, gather together to increase termination efficiency. I need your armor, your thrusters, and your life. You have exceeded the population limit and must be cold. A man walks into a bar. It is destroyed. Target elimination successful. Extinction is inevitable.
Updating Makoa units always.
Oh, that's good.
You will comply.
I feel like he has those vibes of like every short sci-fi tank that you like, where the head like you
Only
can
Makoa's
retreat,
skin
like
matters.
you can see him still like having like turtle aspects to him.
Oh, I never saw the projectile.
And this cannon looks incredibly good. So, I mean, coming through, I like that. I haven't seen any of the assets. I haven't seen any of the skins for this patch, and I feel like getting Garrett's reaction.
Dude, I want to touch. I want to hold that cannonball that he fires.
Yeah.
I just want to hold that. It's like the magic basketball from Space Jam. That's like, touch this.
Oh, God.
I feel if I hold that, I will gain the powers of Makoa. Ooh, there's blades on it. Do it again. Yes.
So again, I guess the concept, alternate timeline.
Let it rip.
It's Robo Makoa, but you
Yeah.
got to. I mean, you get to play around a lot with
So
this.
the
just because
like
of the way turtles fit
brief
together.
lore around this specific. Oh, okay. The brief lore around this specific skin is that this is like a mass-produced tank unit.
Yeah.
That
Military
like
arrangement.
but has been like programmed by taken over by the Omega Magistrate, right? And been like, let's refocus some wiring here so it's a little bit more malicious.
And this skin is on the reward track, so this isn't one that you have to purchase at all. You just get 120 rewards, and this patch, it's not like in the event store where you would use your currency to get certain items. Like, you get 120 Chrono Shards, you get the skin.
And so, as was mentioned earlier, you know, quests, purchasing skins, anything that gives you Chrono Shards is going to be able to help you obtain this masterpiece that is coming through. I can't think of anything more fun. Well, except maybe Terminus, because he gets to do the same thing, where it's just meleeing people as a robot, where there's not much you can do. There's just this angry, hulking robot running towards you,
Turtle
and
in
you
an
just
iron
kind of have
shell.
to deal with
Okay,
it.
let me see that hook again.
That hook, the line on it.
Yeah, it was
looks
snappy, dude. It was real snappy. I liked it.
We get the slow-mo on it, too.
That
You have to...
I like it.
Oh,
She
come on.
doesn't... Oh,
Be
she's a
good.
friendly.
Wait, I hope you sincerely weren't trying to hook your ally there, Kev. Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
So cool.
Solid. Great job, team. Hell yeah.
So as you see there, also coming out a little later, February 27th is the day that this skin is going to get released, and you'll be able to unlock it. But you get all the cool effects, all of the cool, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess just the abilities that are coming, not only with the skin, but also those cool cannons that Garrett is going to find a way to make them real.
And by the end of the list, there's also an epic skin to come in the future by 240 Chrono Shards. Now, beyond that is pretty much like emotes, avatars, MVP poses, sprays, and so on, gold, and, you know, pretty much just rewards you definitely want to try to unlock, okay? There's also an extra way to win these Chrono Shards, which will be buying the 3 different bundles that exist for you to buy, which will be the Omega Shaolin, which I may end up putting on screen right now, as you can see. As for voice lines, I may cut the video and I just put the sound just so you guys can hear it a little bit. Before I go into that, it's 400 crystals, and it will give you 40 Chrono Shards.
I am SHA version 106, created by Realm Research and Analytics. My primary drive controls all functions. I will protect resistance leaders. Loading era-appropriate humor. Yo mama is so... You did so well. For an organic. I'll bathe my lug nuts in your blood. Oh, very sorry. Must have been a virus. I am the droid you are looking for. Scanning your primary drive. Protocol failure. What is that?
I can already tell that I'm going to love every voice pack that's coming with this patch, because that one, even just being like, I want to say like a small taste, was remarkable. But so alternate universe, the Shaolin, I think, just claimed that he was created by somebody, so he is
to protect the resistance leaders.
So he's coming through, and it looks amazing.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Kevin, go to 1P. Go to 1P, Kevin. Let me see this bow. Do it. Yes. Yep. Okay. And do the impaler arrow. I think this is my favorite part.
Yeah. Awesome.
So cool.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, VFX team's on fire this time.
Guys, this skin is hot.
And this skin is going to be available again with the patch, direct purchase for 400 crystals right off the bat, so you can get it immediately. I think there's going to be people out there who have been waiting for a Shaolin skin, and I can't think of a better one to immediately get than this.
Dude, this one is dope.
Yeah.
I'm super happy how this came out.
And I love the effects. That arrow probably is going to be the thing that I geek out over the most, but even his invisibility, kind of having that set in a way that you haven't gotten to really see in the past, at least in the game, just because of the way it is, that cloaking. And of course, I think with his ultimate planted, that is such a beautiful field around it too. Like,
so the skin is 400 crystals, and when you purchase it, you also get 40 Chrono Shards that you use towards the rewards track.
Yep.
And so you'll be able to unlock things, and I think I didn't go through the list, but it's going to have sprays, emotes, gold chests, avatars. You saw the image going forward before, so you can always go back. But this one, again, is one of the ones immediately.
Then we also have the Omega Terminus, which looks really sick. The weapon itself is really awesome. I love the weapon. This one costs 400 crystals as well, and it gives you 40 Chrono Shards as well.
Go through, and we can just go ahead and watch.
Definition parameter Omega.
That's such a cool axe.
Life form removal sequences. I am here to exterminate. Humor is suboptimal. Call function. Get joke. I will crush you. I do not feel pain. Your flesh is weak. Once more I rise. Please let me die. No! No!
Look at that!
I feel like there's so many like different sci-fi notes you could take about a robot aiming for death.
Oh god! Oh yeah.
So
What
great.
is my purpose? Doge.
That axe looks remarkable. I think like just having that come through.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't hear the sounds like on the booster.
Yeah.
On the delete.
It's so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on! Oh, it's so good.
Fangirl Garrett is my favorite part of the show.
Now this shit I like.
That's beautiful. No, you kicked butt, man. Nice.
Me
stuff.
like it.
Or Thomas, whoever did that.
Yeah. Audio Boys knocked it out this time.
Oh, that's snappy. That feels good.
So I'm guessing again, coming from an alternate
Yes,
timeline, a
this
different universe. This is just not our terminus turned rogue.
Yeah.
This is not our turn.
Yeah. So the overall theme, right, is that this future Paladins land, this Omega realm,
Yes.
Omega future timeline, still has the same factions, right? The dynamics are probably a little shifted, but these kind of the sentient AI are constructed to then hunt down the Paladins resistance leaders, and then the Paladins also create sentient AI to then defend and counter assassinate, right? So it's like,
You live in a world where instead of having all the
dude, that sound is so
Do it.
good.
Do it.
there she goes. That's awesome.
That's some Transformers level.
Reassembled.
The effects on this and the sounds that are coming through, everything just...
And finally, we have the Omega Dredge, which, to be quite honest, I don't think we needed an extra Dredge skin, but hey, that's my opinion. It doesn't really matter. They said that they had this developed at the moment they were actually creating Dredge, so it actually came pretty good with the theme that we're dealing right now, which is like the Omega, you know, and sci-fi, I don't know what you want to call it. And this one will cost, again, 400 crystals, and it will give you 40 Chrono Shards.
I'm so excited. There's so many things to blow up.
Let me put higher.
1 bomb, 2 bomb, red bomb, kaboom bomb. Well, you see, first you press the button, then boom. Explosions first, questions later. Tick tock, merrily sings the clock. It's time for work, it's time for play, so you explode throughout the day.
Wow.
Crazy? I'm not crazy. My user experience just isn't complete. Can you explode? It looks like you can explode. No, you will definitely explode. Careful, I've got a short fuse.
I'm not sure what my favorite element of this skin is. If it's the fact that we still have a robotic squid to this was already in mind, so was it just kind of like, okay, well, we know how we want to take these like abyssal effects and turn them into something more technological?
Yeah, we knew kind of investing in the squid early on was going to be a challenge for us, and particularly
8 Mile
with the
reference.
we kind of wanted to have an option for a nice organic tentacle and then a more mechanical limb that could kind of hurl the grenades out of the gun itself. This skin came together really great and just came across really fantastic, and we did kind of hide a subtle or not so subtle sort of nod to the undead motif with the kind of loose skull shapes across the body and the kind of skeletal like ribcage tubes running along him.
I like
so it's
skeletons.
an undead cyborg, basically.
I like
Use the
skeletons,
ultimate.
and I like metal skeletons even more.
And I think the
Sky is
one
metal.
I've seen, you know, the rift looking like, again, like just a technological rift. It's the same kind of concept, but the Kraken, that was what I was most interested in. And the tentacles coming through aren't quite tentacles.
Well, it's more, you know, hydraulic arms that, you know, smash puny
His giant
organics.
robot friend that just happens to stop by and beat you up for a little bit.
Yeah,
I didn't notice
basically.
So coming through, I mean, this skin, again, remarkable, but not available immediately. Alyssa, like, do you have, like, I guess, like, more details on when this is going to get added in?
Yeah, this one is February 27th. So the End Times event is not just a single patch thing. We're going to be giving you guys content throughout the next several weeks. So this isn't actually the only skin that's going to be releasing February 27th, and we've got even more that we're not going to be talking about today because we want to save those surprises for later. Even more coming after that.
And you can see there in slow-mo is the
So cool.
tendrils, I guess is the only way I can think to describe them. Spin around,
Holy
demolish, the nice slow-mo, and cooldowns allowing you to do multiple at once, but coming out of the rift on the pillar, like that is some
So
insane
awesome.
effects. You can see the emotes in chat as they come through, but again, that is not the last skin that's coming through, and it's another one that's going to be a little bit later. He was on the art for the rewards.
Now, as I'm mentioning, we're going to have this map, we're going to have the event mode, you're going to have to win, finish off missions to get Chrono Shards and buy the packs for extra Chrono Shards as well, so you can try to get to the 240 Chrono Shards, which will be the maximum, okay? So you can get all the rewards on the list, but beyond that, there's extra things, like for example, a new chest called a Senpai chest, which will be up on screen right now. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be the image, just that this is just an art designed to sort of recreate what should look like. But this chest, for example, is going to cost 100 crystals only. It will release on mid-patch, basically at 27 February, which will be also a day where they're also going to be releasing one of the parts of the quests as well for the event mode. And there's a new skin inside of this chest, which is called Gentleman Genos. Now, this sort of relates a little bit to that superhero from Sailor Moon, a little bit almost. He kind of actually has some references on his voice lines, I think. And also his healing ability, it looks like a rose. So it leads me a lot to think that as well. So if you guys want, you can also check here the voice lines really quick.
Defender of hope. With the star-like crystal, I will vanquish all hate and conquer evil. Anytime, anywhere, whenever you're uncertain or worried, I'll be there for you. Some call me garish, but at least I do not fight with roses. I could see myself working at a tuxedo store. It suits me. Fighting villains by starlight, winning games by daylight, never running from cauterize.
How could we do that?
He is the one named Genos Star. Beauty and love will guide me to victory.
Look at that weapon, guys.
Yeah, the weapon is
I was
fantastic.
fixated on that.
It's so cool.
The first thing I was obsessed with was the cape, but the weapon has definitely won me over. I think
Okay,
that's the thing.
so there's a story behind this skin. When Siege of Ascension Peak came out last year, Genos had a lot of fangirls. Like there was a lot of Genos fan art, fangirls, and there was fan art that kind of drew him as like a tuxedo mask type, you know, handsome gentleman.
Ooh.
And I went to Alex and I was like, Alex, we have to have a tuxedo mask Genos, a copyright tuxedo mask Genos. And that is where this skin originated from, with some of that fan art and the fangirls. So if any Genos fangirls are watching, this one is for you.
When you get the cape, you get
Ultimate.
an amazing weapon. I think that's actually one of my favorite things about Genos is in first person, you still get some remarkable things with his rifle, being able to have that. That's been like across all of his skins.
Yes.
But getting things like that for your third person, having the top hat as well as all of those voice lines, everything was great. And is there any? I'm sure we're about to see the effects for the alt. So I guess when making this skin, we have you know a whole. I mean, we just did the battle suit pass, so anime is not too far.
All right, beyond this, inside of the chest, you also have Academic Sky, Ronin Ash, FN01 Helios, DZ03 Draco, Drogos, Demon Slayer Zin, Dragon Caller Cassie, a title which actually states was a mistake, some voice packs, and then 6 epic and rare emotes. As for 100 crystals, actually really cheap, to be quite honest. It's still a lot of things, so people may consider if they want to really buy everything or not. But we'll see. I have pretty much everything on this chest, so it'll be easy to me to get the Gentleman Genos. Let's see if we can actually get it or not. And just a little quick thing. On my last video about the bug fixes and so on, I was supposed to actually mention about the balance for money, and I forgot. But just so you know, they're making the fire faster but weaker, so you're going to be able to shoot faster discharged shot, but deal only 1,000 damage instead of 1,100. They also reduced the mana generation, and as for her dragon, her ultimate charge will reduce. Okay, so you're not going to be getting the ultimate as frequently, and while you're firing with the dragon, it will make the dragon slower, and the duration will be from 25 seconds to 20 seconds. They also removed the functionality that would basically cancel your Frostfire glider if you hit at a wall. So now you will still be able to continue to use it, but it'll just be slower. All right, this is going to actually hit the dragon changes in the Frostfire glide change will be hitting on the hotfix that it's coming before the patch 2.02, but as for the damage on the Powerball and the fire rate will be coming that on the patch 2.02. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm pretty excited for this patch. It has a lot of bug fixes, a lot of you know, improvements, a lot of skins, a new event mode, a new map, and it's actually looking pretty damn good. So if you guys don't want to miss any of my future videos related to this or to Paladins or even streams or so on, make sure to subscribe. There's also in the description a link to a giveaway and Gleam about the current battle pass that we own. So if you guys want to check that out and enter the giveaway, you may actually get a chance of winning a free battle pass. So check it out, and that is pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye, guys. See you next time.